Hello, I'm Adam, and this, if you don't already know, is my car. Yeah, it's an MGB GT. I got it about 8 months ago now, I think. I don't know how much I've driven it since then, but it's my daily car, so it must be quite a bit. So I thought I'd do a little sort of review, but not really a proper review, because I'm not like, you know, a reviewer. I just talk about it just to maybe let people know a bit more about it. I don't know, it's quite a common car for a classic, because you just see them every day. Like, I've come across quite a few of these whilst driving them. Sometimes people wave, sometimes they're a bit, you know, one of them. So I've come to this sort of local dog walking area in the middle of, well, it's next to a road basically, so it's not as, it's MOD area really. Now, one thing people think about this car is it breaks down a lot, and I can tell you now that it doesn't break down as much as you think it does. It really doesn't. It never really breaks down. I've never had to cool the AA out, and it's never gone wrong. It never leaks. It never does anything. To be honest, it's quite boring having a car that never breaks down, ever. So my car in particular, I've gone for the fly on the door option, and obviously the row style wheels. I didn't want the wire wheels because, well, I can't be bothered to clean them all. I do clean the car quite regularly, every couple of weeks, say, because I use it every day, and I park it outside my university, which isn't very ideal really, but the bumper that I've got was only sort of in circulation for a year or two, and then no one really liked it, so they changed it, and there's been a few bumpers for different models, but this one's mine. I like it, but I'm probably biased. Here is my tax disc, which I made on Photoshop. It's meant to be the original tax disc. So it's got like everything on it, and it's got a bit of a 3046 reference there. Now this is where my aerial would be if I had an aerial, but I don't even have a stereo, as you can see. I don't even have speakers, so the only music I've got is exhaust. Now here's the inside of the car, nothing too glamorous. There's my fuzzy dice, always essential. 4 gears. In reverse obviously, and then this switch here is an extra half gear called overdrive, and here is the choke. Pull that out. If you know what a choke does, I don't need to explain it. If you don't know what a choke does, you probably don't need to know. The wing mirrors aren't very big, but they're enough to see the video camera I use. Panasonic, for everyone that asks. That's the back to front version of what camera I use. And that's what the view is like from the front. You see the bonnet, that's quite nice. And I always have the sunroof open, unless it's raining or ridiculously cold, but even still I will probably have the sunroof open. This is nice. Now here is where things generally break. Yeah, that's its purpose, that's the braking area. So far I've fixed that, this, and this cable right here, which is the choke. I think I might close the bonnet in case some good Samaritan thinks I've broken down, because it is a common sight with these cars on the side of the road with the bonnet open. Some people respect the car. I don't know, the old men really. I get lots of old men talk to me about the car. Say, oh, what year is this? Oh, I used to have one of these, that's what it is. I used to have one of these, that's the quote. It's like, oh yes, it's a 1972. Yeah, it was my first car. And they're like, really? And that's how it goes. Which I don't mind, I like it, I like the interest. It's just a shame they're not 20-year-old girls that like it. That would be more ideal. But yeah, I used to hate these cars, so I understand that people do dislike them, because they're common, they're old, they break down, they're not like a Ferrari, I don't know. But you know, it's better than like a Saxo, something like that. Just realised I've had my sunglasses on. That's very rude. I shall take them off for the rest of this video, which is actually almost finished. But yeah, now I think it's time to sort of start the car and drive away. Maybe there's the old starting thing right down there. Wasn't the best. Got on then. So that's what it sounds like. But when I'm not creating lots of smoke, don't worry, the engine wasn't cold. I checked. It's pretty quiet, sort of, when it's not being revved or driven. Like when you drive, it's quite loud. I pop these out so I can hear it better. So I think before I break the car even more, I'm gonna leave you. There's a fly on my neck. So I hope that was slightly informative. Maybe, I don't know. It's just an MG. It's nothing. It's not like a. It's not a supercar. That's basically what you expect from me, because I do YouTube and, you know, car stuff. But one day there'll be something, just a little something.